you're going to have to be okay with two things. You're going to have to be okay with getting rejection, and you're going to have to be okay with not everybody liking you.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, for joining me. Today, I have a special guest, one of my favorite people. Can be a pain in the butt sometimes, but no, I'm just joking. He's one of my favorite people, and we've had a very unique time over the last 2.5 months with him traveling with me and living with me. Ayden Todd, I want to welcome you to the podcast.
Thank you.
All right. So why don't you tell the people who you are in relation to me and tell them your age and what you have?
I'm Ayden Todd. I'm Gregory Todd's son, and I have a good relationship with him. I mean, he's my father. So yeah, I'm glad to be on the podcast.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you. Thank you. You know, it's so crazy. So we were in here doing some content. We just had lunch and he was like, I'll be on your podcast. And I thought he was joking around, but he's like, I'll do it. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's come up with some cool questions. And over the last 2.5 months, we've been traveling quite a bit on the road, right?
Yeah.
Because we've been homeschooled and whatnot. And so I feel like there's some interesting things that we could talk about that there's a lot of people that are listening to this, and the reason why they listen to the podcast is because they're looking for they want to make more money. They're in healthcare. They're therapists, like your dad was, and they're trying to figure out is it worth it to do things differently than how they do it now. And so I think one of the cool things about, at least for me, about my job is that it gives me flexibility to be able to do some things like what we've done over the last 2.5 months together. So can I ask you some questions about that?
Yeah, sure.
Coming from the kid's point of view. So over the last 2.5 months that we've been traveling, we'll talk to the people and tell them the different cities we've been in. What's one of the coolest things that you have experienced during that time?
I think one of the coolest things I've seen is the way you talk to people.
Yeah.
Like the way you talk to them so effortlessly. Like the way you try to help them.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Give them good words and
Yeah.
good ways to better them.
Cool. Do I do that for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Because sometimes
Majority of
people,
the time.
huh?
Majority of the time.
Majority of the time. Let's talk about yesterday. So that yesterday, some of my words were tough with you. I know a lot of times I'm talking really positive to you, but there's sometimes where I'm pushing you. Do you remember what happened on the basketball court yesterday? What happened?
You're outside or
Yeah.
inside?
Yeah. Outside.
Outside, you were pushing me so I could score.
Yeah. And you were kind of getting annoyed because you were shooting, supposed to shoot 100 shots.
Yeah.
And we were outside. Usually we play indoors basketball. He was outside. He wasn't making some of the shots, and he wanted to start to shoot different shots. So I kind of pushed him a bit yesterday. And, just like a 12-year-old kid, he pushed back a little bit but then one of the things, you always listen. So I know you're going to be awesome because you are, you're easy to coach. And a lot of people aren't easy to coach. So good stuff. Okay. Here's question number 2. When people ask what I do, what do you tell them?
I always tell them that you do physical therapy.
Physical therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to know what's so crazy? Something I've talked about on the podcast is that I still tell people I do physical therapy. But really, I'm in business. I mean, that's really how I was a physical therapist, but I haven't treated since 2018. And still today, I tell people I'm a physical therapist. For some reason, that's the first thing I say to people, even though really I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. Number 3, what's something I say all the time that you're tired of hearing?
It's not that I'm really tired of it, but one thing that you do talk about all the time is AI.
Yeah.
How it works, how it programs. So yeah, that's one thing.
Let me ask you this. You're 12 years old. How often are you using AI?
I don't think that often.
Yeah?
No.
You think your friends use AI a lot?
Maybe. I
Yeah?
don't really know.
Okay.
There's a possibility.
Do you have a ChatGPT account?
Yeah, I think I do.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
don't think I
just
use it that much.
okay.
I've used it before though.
You've used it before. It's interesting. I always wonder like how often are kids using AI, and if you guys are
Definitely a
using it a
lot.
lot.
Cause yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Next question. If you had to teach a healthcare provider, like one of the clients that I have, one thing about kids, what would it be?
Um, just mainly teach them the important stuff. I think
Mm-hmm.
stuff that'll really help them.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, what thing about kids? Like, what do you want people to understand about kids that maybe a lot of parents or a lot of adults don't really get with you guys?
Um, think a lot of us are different.
Mm-hmm.
Like you find out what type of kid you're talking to.
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of them can be different. So
Mm, mm.
that's one thing about kids.
Yeah. Just everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their different flow. Okay. Okay. So over the last 2.5 months, we haven't stayed in Florida. We've been to different cities.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell some of the people some of the cities that you've been to?
We've been to Utah,
Utah. Yeah.
Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
Texas, if it counts. We were
Yeah.
there for like an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe 2 hours, but
Mhm.
still counts. Um, where else were we? What am I forgetting?
We went to New
Oh,
York, Jersey. Well, we went to New York end of last year.
yeah.
Went to New York and New Jersey, and then we went to
Washington.
Washington D.C.
Yeah, that counts.
We went to Maryland
Virginia.
and Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay. What has been your favorite city we've
I
been to?
think so far it's been Utah.
It's in Utah. So Utah's like Salt Lake City. So Salt Lake City. Why has Salt Lake City, Utah been your favorite?
I think the weather there is like nice. Like it's not that cold
Mm-hmm.
like New York
Yeah.
or Washington. I think it was less cold.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like in the middle,
Mm. So
And
weather is one.
yeah,
Okay.
the places, the vibes, I think it's really nice. And I like the mountains there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have the mountains are big
Yeah.
stuff.
It's
Very
got like the white stuff on top of it.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
very like noticeable.
Yeah. 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 That's awesome. That's
You see
awesome.
them a lot.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. What do you think is harder? You do school. By the way, he actually does school as well. So every day we have to do school, right? So you see that, we do school together. I mean, you're basically doing it, like, but I, will help, here and there. And then you see your dad trying to run businesses. So what do you think is harder, doing school or running a business?
Run a business for sure.
Why would you say that?
Say run a business because there's like so much people you have to talk to.
Yeah.
Like you can talk to people in school, but it's kind of like optional.
Yeah. 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 But running a business, you have to.
You have to you have to get it all together because you're really running it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You can run it with people, but it's still gonna be hard regardless.
Right. 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 Sure. Okay. Basketball or business? Most of the time when you're not doing school, you're playing basketball.
Yeah.
So you said business is harder. Which one do you think you would be better at? Business or basketball?
I'm not sure. Like looking into the future, but like
Mhm.
right now, it's definitely gonna be basketball.
Give me basketball. Yeah.
Don't think I'm that good at business.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future we'll have to see.
Now, you have not been playing basketball all your life, right?
Yeah.
You just started this year.
Yeah.
Rate your performance and your progress this year.
I think for the amount of time I've been playing, like like rating like 1 through 10,
Yeah. Yeah. Do 1 through 10.
maybe like an 8.
An 8.
Considering
Okay.
that I haven't played.
Yeah.
Like I've known about basketball for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can I tell you what I think?
Yeah.
I think you're about a 9, not in skill level because you're new,
Yeah.
but for the amount of time that you have been playing, which has been about, I would say consistently about 2 months, your progress has been amazing. That concerns me though. Concerns me a lot. You know why?
Wow.
Because there's a lot of times like I look at you, me and you are nearly the same height. I understand y'all, you can keep the short jokes. I don't need to hear them. I already know that I'm not that tall. All right. But I'm
You're
five.
average height.
Huh?
Yeah, average height.
I'm average height. I'm 5'7". You're like 5. nearly 5'5". He's 12 years old. He's sprouting up like a tree. I don't know where he came from, but basically, he's going to be a tall kid. And to see how fast basketball has come to you with the amount you've been working hard at it lately,
I think
but
so.
yeah, you have. But I just want to make sure that you keep that level of
Yeah.
intensity, you know, i- because I started basketball at 14 and I got very good in about a year of working really hard. You're starting basketball at 12 and you are further along than where I was when I was 14 after about 8 months of playing basketball. And you're in your first full month of playing basketball. So, anyways, I'm proud of you
Yeah.
because you're going all in on it. He's going to be in summer camps, summer leagues. He's pushing hard, and he's playing with kids. You know, when we go to the gym, he obviously practices with me. You know, and that's good. But he's also playing with kids who are bigger than him, and a lot of them are older than you. And even though he's new to it, he's pushing himself. So, good job. I'm really proud of you with that. Um, Here's my next question to you. What do you want to do when you're older and and I know you don't know the answer for sure, but like things you think, oh, maybe I could do this when I'm older. And has traveling with me over the last 2 months changed that?
Um, I don't necessarily think it has to be basketball, but I think when I'm older, I'd probably like to play a sport, like
Okay.
professionally,
Yeah.
if I could.
If you could. All right.
Or or like work somewhere that I want to work
Yeah. Do something
and just do something I want to do for a living.
that you want to do. Is it important for you to have a job that you really enjoy?
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of.
Okay. Do you think your dad enjoys his work?
From what I've seen, I think so.
Yeah. You hear me complaining a lot about my work?
I don't see you complain that much.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Um, all right. We have AT in here. AT, do you have a question that you would like to ask him? If you could say it to me and then I'll say it to the in the microphone.
Oh, well, um, um, how about everything right now?
Hmm. Okay. Do you have a question for us?
Um, I'm not sure actually. I don't know. Can't put me on the spot like that, but you know what?
Yeah.
Um, how do you think business has affected your life
Oh gosh.
across the years?
How's that affected my life? Let me tell you, I think business has made me become a different person because in business, there's a couple things. Me and you were talking about it yesterday in the car.
Yeah.
I don't like rejection.
Yeah.
I want people to like me. And in order to do business successfully, you're going to have to be okay with two things. You're going to have to be okay with getting rejection, and you're going to have to be okay with not everybody liking you. And that's a hard thing. That's a very difficult thing. You know, I think part of the reason why I became a physical therapist uh, was because physical therapy was a profession that like everybody like you'd always have a job.
Mhm.
And I thought that if I became a physical therapist, I would never have to sell anything. And the reason why I wanted to be in a profession where I didn't have to sell is because then like I would never have to deal with rejection. You remember like yesterday I was telling you about like, you know, sometimes you got to go and approach kids and you got to ask people, "Hey, you want to be on my team? You guys want to play 2-on-2? You want to do this?" Man, when I was his age, that was so hard for me to do because I was afraid that like the kids would reject me, you know, and they did, and sometimes they did. But and then anytime I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna see kids, I gotta be better than them so that they'll pick me up on their team. You know what I mean? But when you do business, like you're gonna get rejected. That's part of it. So I think that's how business changed my life. It's made me more open to being rejected. It's made me better with learning how to speak up and talk to people, and it's grown me in a different way than if I just had a regular job. So somebody said entrepreneurship is the best personal growth program you'll ever take. And so, yeah, that's it. You have a question, go for it. Okay, listen up. He's got a question for you.
So, over the last few months, I've seen you, grow a lot as, as a human being. So, probably a little bit of height as well, but also with, playing basketball, like, playing a lot more of that, with homeschooling, with traveling a lot, there's like a lot of new experiences for you. So I think that's like a lot of growth that, maybe a lot of, not even just people kids your age, but just people in general don't experience a lot. How has that made you feel over the last few months?
No, it's definitely different. Uh, some of it has made me happy.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. So it's just like a change,
Yeah. And you've embraced the change.
kinda,
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, just different.
Yeah.
Not much I had to say about that.
Yeah. Cool. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Anything you want to end the podcast out with? Any parting words? This is something that I'll do sometimes. Here, you know what? I'll do this. Do you have anything you want to end with or no? If you're not, I'll say something.
Good night.
Good night. Okay. Here's what I will do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say something that I appreciate about you. Is that cool?
Fine.
So, what I appreciate about you is that you are very adaptable. There is um, a term that I said to the team, the people that work at SSHC. This was in the beginning of 2024. I said, guys, what I'm going to need is I'm going to need everybody to become a Swiss Army knife. You know what a Swiss Army knife is?
What?
A Swiss Army knife is one of those knives that it just doesn't have a knife part where it cuts. It has like a little scissors on it. It has like those little things that you can like pull out a cork. It does a bunch of different things, right? And so, so I said to everybody, you have to learn how to be adaptable. You have to learn how to be willing to change things if the situation calls for that. And so, the people that still work with me, what they are is they're adaptable people, meaning that sometimes the situation calls for us to be here. Sometimes the situation calls for us to be there. Sometimes, not everything is always the same. Sometimes you might be in a different location. Sometimes you might be living in a different place. Like in order to do well in life, you have to learn how to be adaptable. And you're very adaptable. You're very adaptable. You might not always like it, but you'll do it. It's like me. I don't necessarily always like some of the change, but it's life. You just got to do it, And so I'm really proud of you for that. Really proud of you for that. So thanks for being on the podcast. It's your first podcast episode. Good stuff. Awesome. All right. See you guys next time.
That was easy.